Friday.
Friday.
And it's Friday with Joe.
What's up, fishing buddies?
What's
Going
up,
on,
Ted and Bayou Buck?
Hello, Buck. Hey, Ted.
And yeah, we've been sitting here watching what y'all read about us. Or no,
Hey.
we've been reading what y'all said about us.
I got your check ready, Buck.
And Ted, Joe is our special guest.
Yeah. Sorry to disappoint.
But we'll talk for a little bit, and then I want to hear more about your jig making, Joe.
Okay.
First, let's compare temperatures. It's 58 at my house, our house. What about you, Doc?
68.
What about
Yeah,
you,
showing,
Joe?
Hey,
it's
Ted.
showing 67.
Welcome.
67. What
I
about
got a
you,
fan
Buck?
on behind me. It's sweaty in here.
What about you, Buck and Ted? And what's up, Try Me? Welcome.
Hey, try me. What's up, Gary?
Gary, I laughed so hard when you was sitting down and Shane was up there in front of you, and all of a sudden he goes, phew,
What, Ted?
That was so funny. We know that feeling.
Hey,
Damn, I hope
Steve.
I didn't just ban Buck. I was trying to agree.
Oh, he's in there. It says he's got 9 degrees. Ted's got 2 degrees. And we got
Oh.
fans on in the garage because we're sweaty.
And Try Me is what, minus 14? No, 14.
14 Ohio.
And Try Me.
Yeah, Gary.
Am I correct? Are you the
What's
guy
up,
that?
John?
Are you the guy that just commented on the video saying you're coming to Buckhead? I get names so confused. I think that's Try Me. Steve's
What's up,
a big.
JG?
JG.
Steve's a big minus 16.
Hey, Steve.
Jeez.
Steve wins, Buck.
Hey,
Steve
Dana.
wins. JG Outdoors, welcome.
Hey, Billy.
What's up, Billy?
What up, Billy?
There. What's your temperature, Billy?
Billy's probably what Doc or Joe's temperature.
Billy's
maybe
probably
a tad
close
warmer.
to Joe,
Yeah, Bill's
probably.
right down the street from me, yeah.
Yeah, 67, 68.
Al's Outdoors.
What's up,
Well-
Al?
Welcome, Wolves Den.
Al's
Hey, Wolves Den.
What, ma'am?
Kenny!
Al's barefoot.
Oh, I know Al's barefoot. And tell me, and Al, I'm sorry, but the picture you put on that post dressed as Santa, that was like a freaking deranged looking Santa. And then I watched the video and I was like, he is a damn deranged Santa.
Hey, Chatterbait Kitty.
What
Yeah, I
up,
wanna
Big
tell-
Nasty?
Hey, Indiana Creek.
Try Me, I want to tell that story. Joe and Doc, remember the comment I posted in our group chat about how it makes me feel good to get a comment like this?
Right.
Yes.
That's the Try Me guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. It was cool. He wrote, he said, hey, somebody who likes good music, it is cool. I want, which I agree. There's a lot of fishing guys that are kind of straight laced. Ours is very laid back, Try Me.
Hey, Shane.
But if you watch our videos, I can find a fish here and there.
Hey, what's up, Kyle?
What's up, Kyle?
Kyle,
What's up,
Shane,
Mark J.
Mark.
Larson?
Hey, Mark J.
Mark.
Al the deranged Santa.
Merry Christmas to you too, Kyle.
And Al called me. I'm pretty sure if I got my timing right, after the last live where I had the damn nutria skin as a beard.
Was that the last one?
It was one of them. But anyway, to inform me that his wife was the one that figured out I had my chin stuck in the nutria's butt, when you skin it. So,
Yeah, it was on your live. We opened it.
Steve, yeah, it's different. I just turned the table a different way. That's just looking. We're usually facing the other way, so I turned it around, mix it up a little bit.
The Caddyshack Garden. Yeah. Great song.
That's right. The Try Me found the Caddyshack video.
What's up, James?
What's up, James?
What's up, James? Merry Christmas.
James wins the most elegant exit from a damn P-row. I just hate we couldn't see it. I looked, if you watch the video, he looks wet from the knees, about the knees down. So he must have had to do the high step across there.
Well, I hear he's a tall guy, so.
Yeah,
He
Might
is,
it's probably 5 foot of water.
he is a tall guy.
Oh, Joe, you should have seen it when we met James at the pilot. He comes, you get to see James walk down to the pond. That's how he got out of that truck and walked across that parking lot. He comes sauntering across there. I was like, wow, that's a big guy.
He's a big guy.
And like I said, that's when James looked at us and went, y'all's fish aren't that big. Y'all just little.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna get chilly tonight. They're saying 34 here at Okeechobee.
Yeah, we're supposed to get into the 30s with wind chill sometime over the night. Like,
Yeah, I've got all my veggies outside covered.
And Mark, I agree, and there's no need to ever find out. So
Exactly.
we'll just let you win. You win that one, Mark.
Yep. We got our iguana falling warning today.
Yeah, we did too.
I'm gonna try to get out tomorrow morning and get some of that on film. I got to shake a tree or something to get one falling. I want that on film.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
try me's wanting to go on a bass trip. I'm going to plan on, we'll get together, definitely Donkey Land. They're big diehard crappie guys, but their big bass are only 5 pounds. We can go to Donkey Land and put a dent on that. Once it warms, but they're talking about like next weekend, it's back up in the 80s, high 60s at night.
Yeah, by like, what is it? I think Thursday they're saying we're going to be back up to like 78.
So, dude, by like next Monday or Tuesday, that means the females, they're going to shut down next couple of days. We all know it. It goes 34. If it goes to 34 degrees, they're going to shut down. But when they start back up with that warm water, it's going to be on fire.
I was looking at one of the Peacock bass pages that I follow on Facebook and stuff, and a lot of the guys were like, "Oh, this cold weather, it's going to kill them off," and da-da-da-da-da, and it's just like,
oh, it's not going to kill them off.
I mean, that water temperature has to be 54 below for a sustained period of time in order to kill them off. Unless we had like a bad freeze like we had, what was that, back in like 08, I think?
Yeah.
Right.
But I don't think it's going to affect them at all. I mean, they'll shut down.
That's the year we came down, and that's the same year. On vacation.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dude, we got here, it was like 37 a couple of mornings, and we're down here, we got 9 days to fish. That's the shiner story I tell. I know you heard it where I put the shiner on. That was during that.
Yeah. Oh, our arms are so tired just from casting and not catching.
Welcome, CNC. Let's see this. I got old 442 fish next week. Oh, I like old stuff. Try me. I got a 71 Harley shovel head and a 75 Sporty bagger I built. I've always had toys to play with. Anybody I missed coming in, Wick, like I said, catfish and crappie. Welcome.
Wick.
I'm sure I missed a lot. I'm trying to. I got
Shane. I don't even know if I said hello to Shane.
No, you didn't say hey, Shane.
Shane, please.
Say hey, Gary. Gary was in here.
Gary earlier, yes, Gary.
Oh, and Shane, congrats on hitting 1,000, man.
Yeah,
That's
man.
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
He went to the top.
Boom. So quick.
But
Good job.
okay, I do have a surprise for tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, the only way I know to introduce this gentleman is by saying, welcome to the great American fisherman. Welcome, Mr. Martin.
Look at the goat. Greatest
Can
of
you-
all time.
Hey, what you doing, John?
Can you hear us, Roland?
Roland.
Can you hear me all right?
I hear you just
hear you.
fine, sir. You hear us?
Okay, yeah.
You look like you're all laid back, comfy.
Let me move everybody around here and see if we can't get Roland up. I don't know exactly how to do it.
Put
I guess
Roland
that's
on
what we got.
big screen.
Well, I wasn't going to get him big screen, but so what's going on with you tonight, sir? I saw your video where you caught those nice ones with artificial this week.
Yeah, we had a pretty good day. We were doing some flipping and pitching. We have different clients. You know how it is. Some guys
Right.
want to fish artificial, and I was showing them the ABCs of how to pitch and flip, mainly punching the hydrilla mats and a little bit of hyacinths we had.
Right. There you are.
So
We're losing you a little bit, Roland. You broke
There
up
you
a
go.
bit.
We're good now. We're good.
Yeah, it's coming back. But very cool, man. Like I said, I watched that and I saw you punching. That's something that me and Lindia don't do a lot. We're swim bait folks.
Let's see what
I'm
happens.
gonna try it. I got all the stuff for doing
Maybe.
it, so I'm going to try it.
Maybe hit the wrong button. How about now,
Oh,
John?
there you go. We got you now. I can hear
We
you.
got you, Roland. It's just coming in and out. You just keep
I'm not
going.
very good with this. I don't
You're
know what
doing
I'm
a
doing.
great. You're doing
You're
a
good right
fine
now.
job.
Yeah, you're good right now.
Can't hear anything. What
So,
happened?
Roland, everybody in the chat is saying hello to you. I know you're sure you are.
Sure.
Everybody's just
I don't know what's happening.
You just sit there and listen. Like Steve from Wyoming
can't tell
saying he
you.
grew up with you. Mark J. Larson, he's a trapper from Illinois. He's saying hello. Kyle from Pennsylvania, Dark 30. Everybody said, well, I can put them up here. Duh, I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
There, hey, it's Roland Martin.
Steve from Wyoming said he grew up with you.
Right, everybody. Hello, Mr.
Yeah,
Martin.
yeah. And what did we say Bugley was? He was the loophole?
Yeah, Bogley's the
Bugley
loophole
was
in the
the
Florida
loophole.
Triangle.
You're the loophole in the Florida Triangle.
But yeah, Roland, I just sit and watch you with those guys shiner fishing, like Mr. Steve that we both took on charters. That man said he had the time of his life fishing with you that day.
I think Roland's having a hard time hearing us.
Oh, okay. He might have us muted or something.
Yeah.
Hang on. Maybe I
It
got
doesn't
something.
matter. He's on screen. That's all we need. I mean, he's
Unmute
here.
Mike. Roland, I think you got yourself muted. Because it tells me to unmute it, and I can't unmute it. There he went. Maybe he'll try again. He's tried. But there you go. There's Mr. Roland Martin. There he is. He's back. You hear us now, Roland? Roland, I think you got your speaker muted, the best I can figure.
Oh.
When he called me earlier, he asked me how to do it, and I did my best to figure out how to get him.
It's probably more entertaining that way, Buck.
What'd Buck say?
That he's not supposed to mute us. He was misperformed.
Only if Nana's around.
Okay, I'm gonna. It's just black. I'm gonna take him out of the bottom. Oh, I can't believe I'm bumping Mr. Martin out of my. Okay, I just bumped Roland Martin from my live. I know lightning's gonna hit, but Roland, you weren't connected good. Just try again.
Put the link in again.
It's at the top. The link's pinned again, Roland. If you're listening, try it again.
Did you pin the link again, John?
Why do you need to see my hands, James? I'll put it in again. Y'all know I edit pretty good. That could have all just been green screen there. But what about that? Everybody got to see a legend there for a moment. I hope he tries again.
I hope so too, because I
That'd be
really
cool.
wanted to hear what he was going to say about the flipping and punching as he was talking about that punching the hydrillomats.
Well, speaking of professional fishermen, there's Shane Flint.
There we go.
Hey
Hey
Shane,
guys, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry
Merry
Christmas to you, man.
Shane.
Yeah,
And
it's
congratulations
awesome.
on hitting 1,000, buddy.
Thank you. It's kind of shocking. I went from like 500, and just a few minutes ago, I'm at 1,100. In about 2.5 months. It's
Yeah.
Nice.
amazing.
Right. Gary was in here too a while ago.
Yeah, I seen him in here.
Still big.
Yeah.
Buck, where did Bill Nance go? And see, I didn't even get to talk to Roland, man. That new commercial doc you talked about.
Oh, isn't that
And that is
great?
freaking. That's epicness. I'm so proud to know that man just from that commercial. Let's don't even talk about his whole fishing career, but from
Yeah.
that one commercial, that's just epic.
That was the part that made it for me. I mean, Jimmy Houston was funny in it, eating the popcorn and everything, but when Roland came on, he was like, it just
Yep.
that had me rolling when he came on. I was like, oh my god, that's awesome. Whoever wrote that, genius.
Yeah.
And Ted's right. I just wrote my place in history.
Good evening, Anton.
But
Hey, Jonas, if he comes back on, you need to kick me out. Kick me out. Make room.
He's
no,
back.
Shane, I'm going to introduce you to Roland Martin. Hey, Roland, you're back. Can you hear us now?
John, I want to tell you, I don't know how to do this, so I'm messing up. I'm hitting buttons and knocking everything off kilter. I don't know what I'm doing.
You're perfect right now. Don't touch nothing. Just hold your phone. You're perfect. But I want to introduce you to good friend Shane. This is Roland Martin. Roland, that's Shane.
Hey, Roland, very nice to meet you. I said this earlier in the chat. You're a national treasure in my eyes. Grew up watching you, every weekend from when I was just a young buck, and still watch all your YouTube stuff. And appreciate everything you've done for the fishing community.
Cool.
And I'm going to keep going. Joe, he's from South Florida. There's Mr. Roland Martin.
Nice
Joe.
to meet you, sir.
Roland Joe. Yeah.
And Doc, our sidekick. He's a teacher in Palm Beach. Doc, there's Roland Martin.
Coastal
Hey.
Fever.
Roland, nice to meet you, man.
Yeah, he's Coastal Fever TV.
I don't have any idea what I'm doing.
You're doing perfect. What
You're
you're
doing
doing right
great.
now is perfect.
But I think Doc had a question for you though about your pitching in the hydrilla.
Yeah.
Yeah, before we lost you there, you were talking about the flipping and punching in the hydrilla mats.
Yeah.
And if you could keep going that, I really wanted to hear kind of the end of that story.
Well, you know, of course, the headwaters is full of hydrilla, but it's all.
Roland's got rough signal, I figure, way out down there where he is.
Rob.
What's up, Ted?
I had to get on here. I had to get on here with that legend, man. That's like every time. I just wanted to get on screen with them.
There you are. There's Roland. There's Ted. Ted, there's Roland.
How are you, sir?
All right. Now, hush. Roland's trying to talk. Go ahead, Roland. We can't hear him. We'll just sit here and watch him.
No, I think Roland. I think you muted yourself again.
I'm explaining this.
There he is.
Oh, there you go. Okay, it's just kind of coming in and out. Okay.
Everybody just kind of figure what he's saying.
Comes along and moves that mat. Now you have a nice open hole.
Right.
So there's hundreds of these places where the storms have moved these mats around, and that's kind of what I'm looking for. I'm looking for an area where there's an open edge. It's
Right.
not just hydrilla.
Yep, but
I got enough of it, Buck.
no, try me.
Welcome, Anti.
Hey, Anti.
Roland, you're cutting in and out, so we'll come to you as you pop in.
Yeah, it is, Gary.
He's
Hooked on Headwaters did one like a week or so ago talking about punching. I mean, and they really did a good job too of teaching how to do it.
Evening, Anti.
Roland. We can't hear you, Roland. I don't know if you can hear us. We're trying. We almost had epicness here. We're all over it. Anyway, we talked about. I don't even think he realizes that we don't hear him. So, Roland, we can't hear you, boss.
Yeah, he's telling us his secret spots.
I know. Right now, he's giving us. Right now, he's telling everybody the secret to fishing success, and we're all just gonna have to sit here. Roland, we can't hear you, boss. I'm scared he's gonna start like forgetting his own or something. So I'm trying to really watch it.
Yes. We lost him.
I brought him down for a second. I'm gonna try to re-bring him up. You there, Roland? Hello, Roland. He's gone.
What's happening, Roland?
Perfect, Joe.
I was trying. I was holding on to that one for a minute.
I was gonna say you were hanging on to that one for a moment, weren't you?
That's what you should have said. Oh my God, we're trying. Yeah, Ted, we'll try to get you hooked up to talk to him, Ted. I was wondering maybe you came in and he lagged. I said, well, let me start with the last person in, and that didn't help. So
No,
sorry to boot you out.
No,
Ted.
I think it's a combination of like, him being on his phone and everything, and
Plus he lives, he's out on the edge, so right where Hurricane Ian tore it all up if he's at home.
I don't think it was a secret, Buck. I think we just couldn't hear him.
Yeah, it may have been a secret. It's still a secret.
Yeah.
But I think that's really cool, Roland. Never done this before and trying to jump up. We got to help him figure it out.
Hang on, Wolf's Den. I'm trying not to let nobody else in case he jumps back. So that's why I'm just going to pause it right there in the bottom, and we're just going to hang tight.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
anyway,
anytime you want me to do that. Yeah.
No, not you're good, Shane. You're good, Shane. I'm just going with 4. If I fit him in, I may take you down next. So I'm just going to hold it right there.
Totally get it.
But Wolf's Den was going to jump up. I was just like, hang on, let's just hold the phone.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Anti? That was for you, by the way, Anti.
Put a Bucks comment.
Oh, that's right. You have to join my not pagan. What's
What? Pagan?
no? What's the other Patreon? You got to join my Patreon channel to get the audio with that. Hey, pagan, you knew what I meant. You can join my pagan channel too.
I thought you were going with only fish.
Steve, he lives about.
Joe, that's $1 million idea, man. We should start a.
Oh, it's not mine. I can't take credit. I saw it on Instagram somewhere.
You saw what? See, I don't forgot
Only
what.
fish, but it was
What?
in the OnlyFans font, but it said only fish.
Oh, okay.
Gary said we could beat you out, Shane.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But when Steve asked how far is Rollin, what's he about an hour and a half, maybe?
Yeah.
Kind of west or kind of southwest.
Yeah, me
I
and
don't know
Gary.
if I'll get after him.
I watched the part 2 of Lake Eufaula.
You know what, Boxy? I don't think I stopped.
Gary was right here behind you, and you go, "Whew," and Gary's like, "Whew, another flying fish." Yep, we know what that's like.
Yeah, Gary's been a victim of that more than once. I promise.
Yeah.
John, I don't know why that text me.
Okay, hang on. I got to share this picture. Al, do you mind if I share this picture? Come on,
I'm
wait.
laughing at what Chris just sent.
Waiting for Al's answer. Oh, I'm laughing at Bugley's too. Back in the 80s, I turned to
You can't leave it hanging like that, John. You gotta share it.
Yeah, I'm sure Roland was there, Chris. He is such a good dude. Come on, Al. If you don't answer me, I can share it. I'm going to share it anyway. Try me. Mine's a 10-6, and Lindy's is a 9-9. What's up, Yee Yee? And Roland, if you're still watching, just try again, man. We'll keep trying. I got all night.
Before I started fishing for YouTube. So the biggest one I have on camera is 6 pounds, but I never carried a scale before YouTube. So that's what I'm going with, official numbers, I guess.
Okay, I'm sharing this picture. Al hadn't answered.
Do it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, do it.
Whoa.
That's Al's Outdoors.
Al's Outdoors. There's your Santa Claus, people.
Merry Christmas, y'all.
He may get a water hose. He shows up at my house.
Merry Christmas. You put it on Facebook?
Al's my hero.
I can. If he sends it to me, I'll put it on Facebook.
You're right, Trommy. That's a dead sexy man right there.
Dead sexy, yeah.
And downhill goes the chat.
Oh, no. I'm keeping it up
What's up,
in case Mr. Martin's watching. We just can't completely go off the rails here. Come on.
I hope Roland's able to come back on.
Me too.
And get the signal.
That's what I was saying. If he happens to be watching, man, we got all night. I'll sit here and we can go in and out all night. I am good.
Just text him again, John. Let him know what's going down.
There you go.
Yeah, you do have a phone.
I mean,
it was in his hand. He was literally on it.
I didn't want to do it while he was on the live, you know what I mean?
No, I understand. No, totally get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they take down my nudes.
Whose feet?
What?
Where's feet?
I don't know. I'm kind of scrolling through the chat.
Don't ask.
And it's kind of a funny little thing, you know? You know, if we had some hot girl on here, you know, all the dudes would come running in here to be in the live. You put Mr. Martin up here, Mr. Roland Martin, and look what chases him down. Mr. Retro Bassett. He's like,
oh,
he could sense that Roland Martin came up there.
How y'all doing today?
What's up, buddy? How you been?
He comes up. What's up, Retro?
Not much. Just hanging out in chilly Texas tonight.
It's chilly, isn't it?
A little bit.
Sun must be shining. You sporting the Ray-Bans.
You know, it's kind of part of the uniform these days. So it's, you know.
When they're in your theme song, I guess you got to.
I know. I've got a few of them. I need to work more into the rotation, actually. So We got to do more with the old prank baits, but
Oh yeah, the prank bait video is great.
Shane,
Have you met Retro? Chris?
No, I haven't.
Chris, that's Shane Flint, a great
Hey,
guy.
Shane.
That's Retro.
And Joe?
Nice to
I'm
meet you.
going to give me one time. And then in the corner up here is Parabellum Joe from Parabellum Fishing.
Good to meet
hey,
you.
howdy.
And you've met Doc before there in the middle.
We got a full house tonight. I love it.
We're doing it. But like I said, if Mr. Martin comes up, I'm kicking people at the bottom if I need to.
And rightfully so.
I'm ready if he does.
Oh, you're holding a helicopter.
The helicopter lure.
Oh,
Well, Shane and Joe, unless y'all can produce like Roland memorabilia, y'all are on the bottom of that list.
Damn it, Joe. The bottom part of the
However,
triangle's
what I
getting
really want to
chopped
ask
off.
I'll tell you what,
about
he was
is this
quick
one.
to just let us go though.
Oh, is that one of the one he
Wow.
like
That's
the one
that
he
weird
signed?
one that he signed for us. That
Yeah.
The devil's horse.
yeah, it's kind of like a devil's horse, but it's plastic, or I don't even know what it's made of. Some sort of old school plastic type thing. Yeah.
What's up, Chris? But yeah, that's the one just like the one he signed.
Yeah. Well, you tried to throw it that one day, but you were throwing braid, and it was like the bird's nest from Christmas Vacation when you did.
But remember, I had a Roland Martin secret that I was going to try, but none of us had a coffee straw.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say you're going to put a
Remember?
straw in there. Yeah.
Roland told us when you're throwing a big prop bait and your braid gets in it, take a piece of coffee straw, put your line through it, then tie it, and that'll keep it off of it. And he said he thinks the red straw creating bubbles, it's driving water through it too. He said it just adds to the fun.
I don't remember that. That's a goodie.
Yeah, and he told us that Jacob Wheeler told him.
Thank you, City Sticker, Chris.
Wait a minute, here we go. He could be fragile. He's learning. But I didn't tell anybody he was coming, well, a couple few, but I didn't promote it.
You okay?
Chris, what are your temps over there right now?
Well, so today it was like a 14, and it felt like I was back in the Northeast. It was pretty brutal. So there was no retro bassin on this Christmas Eve for me.
Yeah, I went out, I had to take my girls and do a little bit of last minute shopping for my wife. And when the girls and I stepped out of the house at like 2:30, 3 o'clock, it was 83. And now we've dropped down to like 63.
Ooh, okay.
what part of Texas are you in?
So we are in Driftwood, Texas, which is about 45 minutes south of Austin. So
Okay,
we're in
you're
the,
not.
Texas Hill Country.
Yeah. I lived in San Antonio for 5 years.
Oh, yes, we're right there.
Yeah.
Just
Gotcha.
about 45 minutes up the road from old San Antonio.
Yeah. That's a nice area.
It's 53 here.
That ain't bad.
That's cold, though. It was 80 earlier today.
So when does the spawn start in Florida for y'all?
About 3 weeks ago.
Wow. Okay.
We're already finding females with eggs and 2-pound males with beat up bellies. I mean, it's starting. This
I'm
cold
going to
water.
start spawning in Halloween pretty soon for y'all. That's crazy.
Yeah, if the weather would get right.
Yeah.
With this cold front we got now, when it starts that upper climb back up, it's going to put them going. They're going shallow.
Okay.
But this cold water we're getting is going to put all the crappie on super spawn mode. We're already catching them full of eggs, but that was going to drop that water temp, and they're going to just go insane.
The biggest one we got was 13 inches.
Yeah, we got a little over 13 so far, but they'll be bigger. The big one at the bait shop was 175 last week. I bet they've got to a 2-pounder by now.
Wow, big crappie.
But
Yeah.
what I want to catch, and I've never caught one, I used to have one as a pet, so maybe Doc can help me out with this, but is a one of them South Florida peacock bass.
Okay.
Doc
Have you had
and
one as a
Joe,
pet?
right there.
Yeah, I used to have one as a pet back in the day before they were like, I think even stocked in Florida. And I had a peacock bass and needlefish. And then one day the peacock ate the needlefish. They're mean fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, they started stocking them in what was it? It was 83 or 86, and they started stocking them down in the homestead areas where they first started. They put them in like a lot of the coastal canals down here.
Okay.
They originally put 2 different species in the water, and the butterfly peacock is the one that survived.
Oh wow!
And has thrived. The name of the other one escapes me, but the butterfly peacock is the one that survived and is actually doing really well. We're starting to see more numbers up here in Palm Beach County, in northern Palm Beach County, over the last couple of years. They used to not be up this close by me, and now we're starting to see them a lot in a lot of the canals and stuff up my way.
Are they tricky to catch? Because I was down there. Gosh, I filmed an episode a couple years ago at this point outside of Miami. There's an IKEA and a Bass Pro Shops. And I saw somewhere online that there was this little canal. There were peacock. And I could see them in their school. And I just could not get them to bite to save my life.
It depends. Because what a lot of people do when they fish for them with shiners. And they're just so used to eating shiners. I mean, if you want to catch a peacock bass, easiest thing to do, throw on a shiner.
Gotcha.
Throw on a shiner. Throw it out there. If they're there, they're going to eat it. They are a little trickier to catch on the artificials, especially people have been feeding them with shiners.
They like it fast.
But it's like donkey land. When they don't want it, they don't want it. But when they do want it, you can't keep them off of it.
Yeah.
It's that kind of deal. When you catch them turned on, freaking fling a Cheeto and jerk it fast across the water, and they're coming. I mean, they're.
Yeah, like your jerk baits, your bending jerk baits, slow or topwater jerk baits, slow sinking jerk baits. Those types of baits will work really well. The fluke style baits, like the bruiser baits, big jerk, and stuff like that. Flukes, those work really well for them. Never tried it with the helicopter lure.
I'm just wondering. I mean, I don't know. What do y'all think?
A peacock on a helicopter lure would really be cool.
That would be cool.
A snake head would probably jump all over that helicopter as well.
Oh my God, yeah. Merry Christmas,
Ken. Tricky.
All right, Kenny. Have fun pushing snow or sand or picking up seaweed.
Gotta work this weekend. Bye, chatterbait Kenny.
Yeah, anybody doesn't know, Kenny lives where at, Doc, down your way?
The Deerfield area.
He's like between you and Joe, isn't he?
Johnny? Yeah.
Kenny?
Yep.
If he's in Deerfield, yeah, because I'm way south of that.
Welcome, Fields to Water. I noticed there's a big catfish live going on, but I bet Roland Martin didn't jump in there for a little bit.
Hey, Joe, haven't you caught some peacocks down there in the canals? I've seen you catch a few down there in Miami, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're thicker down by Joe. I mean, there's more of them down there by Joe than there are up here by me.
Yeah.
And Billy, I don't know if Billy's still on the live. There's a lot down there by Billy, but Billy and Joe are very close in proximity to each other.
If you want to catch a ton of peacocks, go to Panama. I took a trip to Panama. I went there like 6 or 7 times, and I've caught in a day, no kidding, 100 peacocks on a rattle trap. In the main lake that feeds the Panama Canal, it's a huge freshwater lake. You can go down there for a guide for $50, and you'll catch so many peacocks you'll be bored.
Wow,
That sounds like a plan.
Hey, Rob.
Who's driving?
Who's driving?
Hey,
Rob, Merry Christmas.
And I'm thinking in our little Florida circle, I don't know about Billy, but I think Lindia has the biggest peacock. That one she caught with Hiram in the back of the boat, it was like 5 pounds.
That's a big peacock.
Yeah.
Remember that one, Doc, where Hiram caught like 4 or 5, and as we were leaving, Lindy goes, "Let me try one more time." And I mean, I think we waited. It was like a 4, 6, or it was getting close to 5.
Yeah, the biggest one I caught was, I think it was, well, I don't know, it's on one of my videos. I can't remember if it was like 3 or it was 4. No, I think it was 4, 6 is the one that I caught. I got to go back and watch it. Who cares? I don't know. It's something like that.
I caught one on a Ned rig a few videos back that was in that 4 pound plus range. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a nice
I have
one.
a bigger one too, but again, that was pre-YouTube. I actually caught it at what was like Trade Winds Park or something like that on an open hook. I just threw it out there to show my buddy where he needed a cast, and my rod just bent in half. And I needed 2 hands to hold up his peacock when I finally got it out.
And that's another thing too, Chris, like Joe just said. like he just threw out a bear
I
hook.
said, I seen your comment, bro. I did.
They'll nail a bear hook when they're ready to eat. You can throw a bear hook out there and they'll slap it when they're pissed and they're ready. They're on it.
And Joe, Ted has a question for you on screen.
Yeah, I did see that. I was trying to get in there. Yeah, I did see those kits, man. Those are actually, and what he's talking about. For those who don't know, I make a lot of lead jigs, and Do It has these kits now for like starter kits where they got a mold, for like 5 pounds of lead, a little melting pot, hooks, and weed guards, whatever you need, and they're around like $150. They're, if you want to get into that kind of stuff, not sponsored by any means, but go check out Do It Mold's website, because if you want to get started, that's affordable.
Why are you pointing at Lindia? What'd Lindia do?
Read the chat. Buck said looks like a lineup. So naturally, Al popped up. Al said it was John.
No, Buck said it was me. I'm the one in the middle.
No, later he says that, but first Al said it was John, Buck. And the guy in the middle did it. Your Honor, I seen it. That's Doc.
The guy in the middle?
I didn't do it.
That's right, Darren. Just do it.
Oh, wait a minute. I don't think I like this lineup. Look, it's got Doc kind of at the top of the triangle again.
Oh, you know what? I need to fix it now.
Yeah, you got around.
I got to fix it for geography, because now that I made the circle one, I can fix it. I'll do that.
That's the only fair way to do it, is geographically.
Yeah, like Joe on the bottom left, you guys up top, me on the bottom right, because that's where technically, geographically.
Yes, and Mowgli is the loophole that holds the top of the triangle onto the chain.
From Easton, Pennsylvania.
But Retro, have you? Let me see how I can ask you this before we go into it.
Okay.
Have you discussed and made it any kind of public about future plans?
No, I haven't. I did put it on the old Instagram for my 4 followers over there, so they might have logged in or not. But yeah, we had a little bit of a channel announcement. I kind of been sitting on for a minute. Of course, you know about it.
Yeah, but I was wondering if we could maybe spill a little bit of it here while we're talking.
Well, we're doing so we've been down in Texas since 2017. So I'm a normally East Coaster from Annapolis, Maryland. So grew up fishing the old Tidal Potomac and a bunch of farm ponds out on the Eastern Shore in Howard County. So we are going to be switching states come the spring. Any guess where we're moving?
I know.
So yeah, we are heading to the other big old state down in the south, the old FLA.
Another Florida boy. We're gonna have to expand
I don't
this
know
triangle
where we're
out.
gonna land. We're heading out there. Actually, I just getting the old front wheel drive slate packed up this week. The day after Christmas, we're gonna head out east, scope around a little bit, maybe do a little bit of retro bassing, and come spring I had a little bit of a job reload, so we're gonna be leaving Texas and heading to Florida.
Nice. And we're so looking forward to it.
Yeah.
What part of Florida have you decided?
So no, I mean somewhere between the Atlantic and the Gulf, probably north of Key West. But aside from that, I don't know. South of Georgia.
Somewhere within driving. Okay, he's been to Donkeyland, Shane.
Okay.
So I have been to Donkeyland. I trying to think of my experience in Florida.
And Headwaters.
I don't know how many folks know this on the channel, but I used to be a fishing magazine editor of a magazine called the Big Game Fishing Journal. So I fished all around Florida. Fished the Keys, fished the Bahamas, fished in Boca, Boynton Beach, Gulf area, so all over the place. I hadn't done a lot of freshwater fishing historically, so I've kind of explored a lot of Florida. So it's almost like there's so many areas that I like. It's going to be a toughie. But I will say this: wherever we do look, I always kind of put in Donkeyland in the GPS to kind of see, how far it would be.
Yeah, that's a new location. And try me, if we go bass fishing, you'll get to find it. It's about an hour north of Okeechobee. But excuse me.
You good?
Yes, well worth the drive. The hour that you spend driving, we would spend on Okeechobee just getting out to look for fish. And it's a pretty sweet little place to fish. You're watching our channel now. Just Look for Donkey Land. It's in there.
Fishing, hello.
Welcome, Natural State. I missed you earlier.
Hey, Boxy.
And Boxy, I don't think I said hello to Boxy.
I'm in Virginia, and I think about all the time moving down to Florida, and I've kind of, after a little bit of research and traveling, I've been all over the state, similar to you, but not fishing all over. But Melbourne seems like to be a really good centralized, close enough to like Donkey Land, Okeechobee. You got the coast you can appreciate. So that kind of, and I'm a retired Air Force guy. I got Patrick Air Force Base or Space Base there. So I'm kind of like gravitating to that, trying to talk the wife into that area right now.
Nice.
And that's funny, Shane talking about Air Force. For people that don't know, the video we did with Shane, and Lindia makes the comment about me laying on my belly passing gas. I don't know if anybody remembers that from the video, but that's because Shane refueled jets in the military. So he had to lay on his stomach in the back, while the jets fly up there and they get refueled. So he made the joke about, I just laid on my belly and passed gas. And that's when Lydia, well, John does that. I mean, just.
It's the best job in the Air Force. Lay on your belly and pass gas.
That's what I was telling Shane. I watch a lot of those videos on YouTube where the conversation between the person giving the fuel and the jet pilot, right under him. Some of those are hilarious. Some of those people ask, and they say a lot of it's just really checking on the pilot for awareness and all that. They'll ask these random ass questions, like coffee or tea or Starbucks. And this one person always talking about Starbucks while they're refilling.
Hey, JB.
What's up, JB?
Or the pilot will try to be cute and pull up there and ask them if the coffee's ready or something, on the plane.
Yeah, there's a lot of that goes on. And one of my favorite, I'll just real quick story, John. I was flying from the East Coast to Europe, actually going to the Azores, which is an island off Portugal, and flying with F-16s. And they were just, is the coffee ready and all that? And I was like, no, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go up front, take a leak, eat my lunch, and come back and give you gas a little bit, because they're stuck in that little tiny cockpit, and they got a little thing they got to piss in. They can't really eat and fly at the same time. I'm going to enjoy my lunch, guys. See you.
Yeah, I'll be back in a little bit.
Yeah.
I turned it up, I think.
So, Chris, you say the spring you guys are relocating. Early spring, late spring, what are you thinking?
It's a little bit of a gray area. It's like charcoal gray, but we're figuring it out. I mean, it could be as early as, we could maybe drive east after Christmas and stay, or we could go, come the spring. It kind of depends. So we just got to reload. So, but I want to get there soon though, because honestly, I don't want to miss up the old spring, summer season.
Right.
In Donkey Land.
The water is so high, Chris.
Oh, it's since the hurricane, it's full pond.
Full pond.
Now, but I will say though, if I do go there, I'm gonna need you, John, to give me a tow through all them weeds, because honestly, I don't think my old retro wagon would make it. So I think
the weeds aren't there. It changes every day. The retro wagon will do fine. And anybody that doesn't know, Retro bought one of the Bass Tracker Classics, and then he has rigged it with, what year are your depth finders?
Really, I had the goal of trying to find the most obsolete equipment that I could to put on the boat, and I did. So, we've got a mushroom anchor. I've got an old flasher on there, and, just basically everything that I could that was just not available now, I kind of put on there. I've got a color selector, which, I use all the time.
Dude, the little buoys mounted on the side, you throw out to mark your spot. Man, that was my childhood. Where I lived, all these bass fishermen, and every one of them had the colored buoys. You flip them out there on your spot,
I got to tell you though, man, you had the color selector. The thing to tell you that I had that. I thought that was the best thing in the world, and it was crap. But I watched your video with that, I was like, I had one of those. I believed it until I didn't catch any fish.
Well, the trouble is the 4 colors it points you to. It's like fluorescent orange, fluorescent green, fluorescent yellow. It's like the 5 most unnatural colors you've ever seen. Those are the 5 options. There's no color selector for green pumpkin watermelon. It's not in there.
Right. There's not a Houdini one on there anywhere, is it?
No Okeechobee special. Nothing. It's just
But to me, the best part of that story is where did you take your boat and all this obsolete electronics to have them rig your boat?
Bass Pro Shops.
He pulls into Bass Pro Shops with all these 1980 electronics and had them install it all right on his boat.
They're like, wait, you really want me to put this mushroom anchor on the bow? I'm like, yes, that's what I want.
Did you film that?
Yeah.
That was like the first episode we did, and because that was weird too. I mean, it's weird to film anyway, but especially when you don't even have a channel yet. And I go to Bass Pro with just this old gear that I'd had and been collecting, and I go, hey, please put all this on the boat. And they're like, all right. But we did find an old school mechanic who was like, I remember that flasher.
And if I'm not mistaken, did you not lose a hubcap on the way home?
I've lost a few, but that's a thing with that night. It's a 2018 Bass Tracker. They do lose that hubcap. They give you replacements, but yeah, I've flipped 2 of them somewhere down the highway for souvenirs for whoever's behind me.
I don't know why when you were talking about going to pick it up at Bass Pro, it just flashed to me. I was like, I think you lost a hubcap on that.
Yes,
trip.
I did. 2 of them.
Oh yeah, them hubcaps won't make Donkeyland Road.
No. Oh no.
What did Anti say about a movie? I'm missing it. Oh, it's something I'm not going to click because it'll get me somewhere. I was going to ask Joe about his molds. When he comes back, I want to hear more. Retro Joe that just left and bought him. He makes lead jigs and all. He's getting quite clever with them, really.
Is it Do It mold he makes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's Mr. Do It mold. Well, Shane,
I probably got to do old school Do It mold catalog out to pull out for him when he gets back.
he would. Yeah, he would be all over
Here,
that.
hold on. Let me get it.
All right. Shane, what fishing are you doing? You waiting all the cold's gone before you attack it again?
I went out yesterday. You'll get a kick out of this. It was cold before this, cold front came in, but it warmed up to like 50 degrees. So I was like, I'm going. I'm going out there before this big front comes through. I walked up to the bank and I was looking. It was raining. I was like, something's odd. So I took my spinnerbait and I threw it out there. It went boop, made this big sound. There was a sheet of ice. And the rain was on top of it. I'm putting it out in the short. It's hilarious. I'm like, I turned the boat around and came right home. I was like, there's no way. So,
I wouldn't attempt it. There's Joe.
Yeah.
I don't know if you
Hi,
heard
Joe.
In town, so no. Hey, Doc.
Hi.
Joe, I was going to ask you about your molds, and Retro went to go get something to show you. I don't know if you heard him.
No, I got family in town, and there's some commotion, so that's why
I told him you were making jigs, and he asked with the Do It molds. I said, yes. He goes, wait a minute, I got something I want to show him, and he vanished. So
he's got something old and moldy, I assume.
I'm sure he's going back in the archives, the back of the Retro Bassin. I can picture cobwebs, and he's
Good night,
No, I don't think
you,
Chris
Travis.
has cobwebs on anything.
No, probably not.
No,
he
there's no
plays with it way
cobwebs on
too much.
anything. No,
Actually, I was looking on the website, Ted, and your picture's on the website for Do It molds. I'm not sure if you know that.
Is it really? Or
Ted,
are you just screwing with them?
No, I'm dead serious. I was looking on the website. I think it's on the online catalog. It was showing like some people that use their lures, and I'm pretty sure that's where it was. I know it was Ted, but I'm pretty sure that's where
Ted,
it
you
was.
hear that? Ted,
Yeah.
you're on the Do It molds website. What you got, Christopher?
It's in the first few pages, Ted.
So I could not find my catalog, but I did find these. So this is an old school. Buddy Terry at Bass Fishing Archive sent this to me. This is the old Gary Klein jig, like one of the first OG flipping jigs that he had.
That's cool.
Cool.
And then this is the first ever football head jig. And it comes with, look at that weed guard. It's not a wire. It's not a fiber. It's actually a wire.
Huh.
I got some of those. I swear.
What's up, Takedown?
Yeah, I remember it. Football jigs aren't that old, are they?
They're not. No, I forget. I'm not an expert on jigs, but I forget who this was. But yeah, this is one of the first ever football jigs out there.
Cool.
Cool.
I had to do it mold catalog, but it's buried somewhere, like from like 1970 something.
So what jigs are you making?
I think Ted was in that one too, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was a little. It wasn't a man bun then. It was like a little boy biscuit, I guess. At the time.
All right, John just. That's what everybody has to put in their video now for next week.
Boy
Boy
biscuit.
biscuit.
Well, that just came to me. You figure if a man has a man bun, a boy going to have a boy biscuit.
Well, I can't afford to lose the subscribers, so I'm going to leave the boy biscuit.
I don't even care at this point.
Okay, Al Outdoors. I'm sure Al has older jig molds than that. Oh, retro. You probably didn't. Let me show you what Al Outdoors made us and sent us last week.
Oh yeah.
Hey Joe, I don't know if you're interested, but we should talk about if you got enough production to start producing and selling some of your molds, some of your product. I got a website I'm putting up, and I'm going to get fishermen or people like you on there to sell their stuff.
Absolutely, hit me up, dude. I've been selling them here and there, just basically through Instagram. But absolutely, hit me up. After the first of the year, I plan on doing a little more production work.
Okay. Yeah, we'll talk later.
Very cool. And somebody came in here, take down catfishing. What's up, man?
Hey,
Okay, Chris, look at this. Everything is handmade but the hooks. Even the bill, but it's all wood carved.
Oh, is that from Al?
Yeah, that's the one.
The eyes are knots of something.
Yeah, the eyes are cherry burls, like I think it's cherry, like knots of the wood he put in there. I mean, it's pretty freaking amazing piece of art.
Now, I like the eyes, but I want to see that tail. So that looks a little pogo shad-ish to me.
Looks like a swim bait tail to me, just a hard.
I can tell you that. That sucker probably does. Oh yeah.
Slow at Donkey Land. That's what I'm gonna do. It's just gonna just.
That sucker probably goes down about 8 inches and does that old pogo shad. Oh yeah.
Yeah, cherry.
Yeah, he made the eyes are cherry burls.
Yeah.
You know what a cherry burl is, there, Chris?
No.
Like
it's
on
like
wood.
A boy biscuit, but different.
Okay.
Any kind of wood will make like a little, almost like a pimple in the wood. It's a little burl kind of knot thing, and it becomes a little hard knot. That's the little hard. If he just cut it out and made the eye with it.
Nice.
Okay, here you got a question, Joe.
Yeah, I was just about to try to respond to him. I actually have another mold on order, Ted, that I think is going to work better than what I've been playing with. But yeah, I've got actually 2 or 3 ideas.
It does, KP. Anybody else that doesn't know Takedown, he's the one from the Hog Leg Live that I go to. Y'all, to shake y'all's memory, it's the guy I said looked like Bayou Buck. Remember I showed the picture?
Okay. All right.
Okay. KP's not. Takedown's not. It's his doc. Because it's Hog Leg and KP do a live. So the Hog Leg looks like Uncle Buck.
Oh, all right. I get it now.
But good folks, their live comes on at like 2 or 3 in the morning till like 7 in the morning. When I get up in the mornings, they're just winding down their live for the night.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. And what's crazy is how many some of the crowd that we all know are there. But some people don't sleep. They're like vampires. Wait a minute.
What?
Buck is in it tonight. Hog Leg was his stripper name.
We have missed you so much.
He wishes
Buck had been around, and he come back in tonight just double barreling it.
Yeah.
he wishes his stripper name was Hog Leg.
He's full of Christmas cheer and eggnog.
Yeah.
He's full of something. I don't know, Steve. He never came back. I sent him a text. As well as I know the old dude, it's way past his bedtime. So he's probably out. He's probably gone. But top that, people. Top that.
Oh yeah, John, good on you. I mean, I'm that's on my bucket list to meet Roland Martin. I can say I've done it now.
Yeah.
I'm just disappointed because I know Chris has been trying so hard.
I know. It's
so hard to meet this man.
Yeah, but that's
like
kind of
Chris,
the poetic
by this
justice
much.
of it. You don't want to necessarily. It's almost better that it didn't happen.
Good night,
Then we
guys.
can, you know.
First, what's up with the man biscuit?
No, it's a boy biscuit.
Boy biscuit.
Boy biscuit.
Boy biscuit.
You got a man bun now, so if you use those molds that Al has that are so old, you would have just had a damn boy biscuit.
Yeah, there it is, right there, guys. And it's big. Hopefully I get it on. Like TV, cut it off, and
See, Ted's the one that killed Roland Martin's internet. See, he joined right here in the dragon.
But
We're
in
blaming
pictures, I'm
Ted.
driving home in the dark.
We're blaming Ted for killing Roland Martin's
You're
internet.
not
Look,
driving.
he froze now.
That's froze.
Yeah,
Right.
you hear Linda?
That-
He's froze
Stop,
while he's
froze.
explaining
Stop.
why he was froze, you know. Come on, boy biscuit.
And now he's muted. What the hell is going on tonight?
Wrong with you people, can't you talk?
Chris, are you sure you want to move to Florida and be part of this little circle we got going on here?
And Oregon's looking pretty good too. Either way, Florida, Oregon.
Hey, I'm an Oregon donor.
All right, so I do have another lure to show you.
Yes,
So-
please do.
So I've been obviously knowing they're moving to Florida. I've kind of been researching some of the different Florida anglers, and there's a guy. A lot of people don't talk about anymore. Doug Hannon, the bass professor. He's
Right.
actually from Louisiana. He caught his first ever bass in Texas, and then he reloaded to Florida, where he caught over 800 10-pound largemouth bass, kind of like Lindy.
Yeah.
And
Linda was working on that.
so, what do you think? Would this work? Now, it might be a little bit early in the season, but the old Doug Hannon topwater snakes.
The snakehead thing, yes. Dude, I'm telling you.
You know who makes one of those now that sells the crap out of him is DOA Lures.
So yeah, I think Doug had the
Stewart.
first
Out of
one.
Stewart. Yeah, they sell the crap out of those things.
Doug had a deal. So he was the bass professor on ESPN Bassmasters. He had like a little 3-minute segment. But in I think it was like 1980s, he had a deal with Bert Lures, and he came out with that one. But the old topwater snake, I was like thinking about Donkey Land Lures. I'm like, ooh.
Oh yeah, that would definitely. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Dude,
Like just dragging a speed worm across the top over there.
About the 1st of April, when all the spawn's over and they go to putting their early feed on, man, you can drag your shoestring across there. I'm telling you, I mean, it could. Well, like the day we took Joe catching them with the high water, you know, I mean, when they're on, they're on.
Yeah.
They're on.
Yeah, they're gonna, as soon as that water gets a certain temperature after the spawn, they are gonna eat anything in a 4-foot lake. If it wiggles across the water, they're gonna nail it.
Who am I leaving in the basement? I don't know. See, I get behind. Yes, Mark, the bruiser bait big nasty is not much different than that damn snake lure.
Yeah.
And Mark won some. He's a trapper by heart. You know, he's a good fisherman, but he's a trapper dude. Big beard, big trapper guy. He won some bruiser baits on a giveaway. We sent him the big nasty, which is like a 14-inch worm.
Yeah.
Oh, Mark takes it to a pond. Don't really know how to fish it, so he drags it along the top in the grass and caught several 4s and 5s. I mean, he was the bass master there for a while.
Yeah. He was doing
He kept saying it was because of the lure. I didn't want to tell him, I didn't want to tell him, dude, it's no, because you're fishing. You should have seen the pond he was in. It was like a mini donkey land just squeezed on. I was like, man, I'd give anything getting that pond.
Nice.
Here, Chris, this is the big nasty.
Yeah, see, there you go.
I mean, that's a
It
worm.
won't even fit on the screen.
Yeah, well, he's been on the screen.
God, look at Buck. Buck is just on fire. His lure don't jiggle. It actually kind of wobbles or something. I thought it folded, Buck. My lure don't jiggle. It folds.
It folds.
Have you seen the new one now? What is it? If you're going to leave, one monkey don't start no show. I've seen that little video 1,000,000 times now.
Joe, what is that?
What is that, Joe?
That is a segment. I think it's a Savage Gear.
Look at that, Retro.
I can't tell with these things on my face.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Why did you have your glasses on?
I was being a smartass.
He's trying to look like Retro.
There it is.
You know, when you're triple dog dared to do something, you just do it. That's how it
Oh.
works.
So did that work?
Yeah. But actually, this thing has been great. Actually, yeah, I had to replace one of these hooks. A snakehead got into it and turned it around pretty bad. But I mean, talk about a blow up, because this thing just articulates like crazy.
Wow.
So the soft plastics,
Articulate.
I've had short strikes on them with no luck.
Okay. Nice.
That'll
I
do
gotta
the
get
trick.
me one of those.
Well, Joe always uses
They're pretty cool.
big words.
Yeah, Joe, how'd you like it articulates?
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'm
Hey, Joe,
articulating.
where'd you get that at?
What, Shane?
Tackle Warehouse, I think, man.
Okay, I want one of those. I
It's the,
want
12
to catch a
inch.
monster on one of
It's a
those.
12.
And we know Shane has Tackle Warehouse on speed dial.
I think he's familiar with Tackle Warehouse. Yeah.
I do.
And a little,
Now I'll get here in a month.
and a little inside story. When Lindia won Shane's first tournament and he sent her winnings from Tackle Warehouse, the next order that Shane made, he forgot to change the address and it all come to our house.
Nice.
Yeah. Thank you again for sending me my stuff.
Yeah, you're
welcome.
lucky it was them, right?
Yeah, I thought lucky it was Lindia. I was like, score, bonus. Wonder what this-
You hear
I mean,
that
he
shit?
wouldn't
John was ready to keep your stuff.
Well, see, I use logical reasoning. The man wouldn't send it to the house in your name if he didn't want you to have it.
See Gary's comments. Tackle Warehouse called Shane when they're low on supplies.
Yeah, he helps up it up. Welcome, Trey Trevian. Anybody want to try that?
Trayvon.
Hey,
They-
Trayvon.
I have to say though,
Traven.
I'll just go with Steve.
you know, I'm not sponsored by Tackle Warehouse, but I sent them a note about my tournaments, and they gave me a 15% discount on Tackle Warehouse gift cards,
Nice.
which expires 31 December. But I mean, they were nice enough to help us out. So
Well, you made friends with us. Go ahead.
I was going to say that's what, you know, the stickers on the wall. You know, I'm gonna pump them when I can for sure.
Well, you made friends with us, and we gave you 20% at Bruiser Baits
Yeah, that's
with
pretty cool.
code SWC20.
Yeah, and you're going to see some return from that, I promise. Because I'm going to move to your swim baits. I am. These damn Kitechs are too expensive and they don't last. So I've got to move to Bruiser Baits. And I've seen your guys. Proof's in the pudding. You catch fish after fish after fish on those things.
Mm-hmm.
And the seconds, Shane, you order the seconds, man. It's the best deal in the baits, man.
It
Yeah.
is. Because there
Okay,
ain't nothing
let's see.
wrong with them.
Not a thing wrong with them. Their quality control must be crazy, because I got 2 bags sitting over here, and I got like 1 dented tail between the 2 bags. It's crazy.
Keeping up with chat. Look, a snakehead got into me pretty bad too. Enough said. No, I said enough said. And then Bayou Buck. Did he buy you dinner first?
Buck is on a roll tonight.
I think Buck been drinking.
Buck's cold. He's just typing to keep warm.
That's what it is. Yeah, he's out there going, if I type enough crap, I'll warm up. Hell, Retro's cold. What'd you say it was, Retro?
It was like 14. I think it's down to like about 12 now.
In
Oh.
Texas.
Yeah, I just looked at my temperature. I'm at 12 here too. 13 mile per hour.
You know, y'all don't have to, well, Chris knows y'all don't have to live like that. He's going to fix that problem.
Rico Rocks, hello. High-techs are
Here's what I think
Here
it's
you go.
going.
It wonders.
Okay, here's what I like, though. Hang on, let me bring up my hourly. It's 53 right now. It's supposed to get down to 34. Oh, there you are.
Hello.
Everybody there?
Yeah.
Everybody say hey.
Hey.
Okay.
Doc,
Hey.
what happened? We lost everybody. Hello.
Nope. No, we just lost you.
No, we're
Are you there?
We're still good.
Everybody
We're
else is
good.
good.
Well, we lost everybody.
Nope.
It's our life now.
Ain't
gentlemen.
nobody moving.
We're the only ones.
All right, Joe, take over.
All right, so let me tell y'all a story real quick.
All right, we all back now? Are we all back now?
We never left.
You were the one left, John.
And that was funny. It shut us down. Everybody was sitting there. Anyway, at 7 a.m., it's 34 degrees. But by 12, it's up to 47. So, we might be chilly in the mornings, but we will gain some temperature.
We're only
Oh,
going
hush, Chris.
we're only going to get to 42 is what it's showing me.
John.
Oh, I see. Shane, I see you're kind of friends. And I would pull Rollin if that's what it took, just so you know.
Yeah. So, John, I know it's going to be cold for
Okay,
you.
here we go. I get a technical question. John, what do you think the bass will be doing when I get down there? Swimming.
Swimming, yeah.
There you go, Ted.
Ted gets there, what, the middle of January? First week?
No, like next Friday, this week.
Oh, okay.
But see, he's coming good because like Thursday, it gets back to the 80s. By Friday, it's going to be 80 with like 65 low. They ought to be biting like hell. If he can wait till Friday or Saturday to come, he'll be all over them.
Oh, I'm jealous, man. I got there as 50.
I know, like the only time it was 50. You brought it with you.
The water temperature's still going to be a little cold, so they're still going to be a little sluggish and slow.
But it'll be, by then, it's a couple days into it. And it's, like I said, they don't mind the cold as bad. They don't like it when they feel it getting colder. Once they feel it starting to warm, they can put up, kind of like the day we went with Doc and it was so cold, but it was like the upper end of it. Things had done.
They don't like the pressure bearing down on them.
Swimming. Of course, Boxy. It's JV still in here. Anybody who hasn't done it, go watch JV's Christmas video where he does the pantomime of me and Lindia in the boat. It's freaking classic.
It was well done. It was well done.
I did go back and watch it since you put it in the chat. I watched that part, and I gotta say it's completely wrong because I can't stand corn dogs.
And that was my question. Where do they even come into the joke? I didn't get the corn dogs at all.
A Cheeto would have made more sense because we talked
A
about.
Cheeto would have made way more sense than the corn dog.
And I'm a little upset, at JV because like that's Amanda's shirt that little dude was wearing. I don't know who that little dude was, but I mean, is Amanda in here? I mean, JV's giving away her shirt.
Says, no, you are the corn dog. Boxy Outdoor says, no, you are the corn dog.
But the funniest part of all of it, I think, except where he said that him and Boxy catch more fish, and I was like, and whose freaking dream? But the other one was Lindia with the fish. Like she catches the first one and kisses it, and it turns into somebody's just raining fish in the boat. I mean, they're just
Later, Al. Merry Christmas.
Shane, have you seen that? Have you watched it yet?
No, I hadn't seen it. It's up on my watch list.
Merry Christmas, Al. But you can look at like my community page and find it, and it's like freaking 40 minutes long, the whole Christmas video. So do like I did and do the fast forward.
What's up? Man?
We can hear you, Doc. You're not muted.
Yeah, hold on.
I didn't want him to come off with something pretty crazy.
Yeah.
What? Hold on. I'll be right back.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Okay.
So, Chris, what's your Christmas plans?
Well,
you have young kids.
we have a couple things. So tonight, actually, I made you a Christmas present.
You did what?
I made you a Christmas present.
Oh, made me a Christmas present?
So this is called Viditus.
Viditus?
Viditus. It is a Lithuanian honey liqueur that, speaking of old school, my grandparents used to make this every Christmas. And so I brewed up a batch of this. We actually filmed it. And this will be coming your way.
Very cool. Never heard of it, but I'm willing. I mean,
so it's good for, like, my grandmother said, it's good for like weddings and funerals and like head colds. So
that covers all the bases: weddings, funerals, and head colds.
I do cook a lot with honey.
Look, Buck thinks it's homemade napalm.
pretty much.
And we know, Buck, you love the smell of it in the morning. I know where you're going next. But how old are your kids, Chris? They're what, 12-ish probably now?
10 and 13. So yeah, we got a big old Christmas coming up, and then we are getting the old front wheel drive sleigh and heading east.
Yeah. Oh,
That's very
It'd be
cool.
like going to Wally World, except hopefully Florida's not closed when we get there. So.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, man. I mean, if you get there and it's closed.
You remember like Clark Griswold running through the parking lot? It's me going to Donkeyland,
Yeah, that's.
Sorry, folks. Donkeyland's closed.
So are your kids excited about? Are the kids excited about going to Florida?
Yeah, I mean they're traveling fools, so they're excited to get anywhere. So they're always they've been all over the place. They travel more than Johnny Cash. So
that's good. Yeah,
And
my kids grew up as military brats. We moved 17 times in 27 years, and it wasn't until they were like in high school and juniors, and I'm like, I think we're going to move again. They're like, I'll kill you, Dad.
I think I went to 6 different schools. Like school systems. Dad was in the Navy, so I went to like 4 different elementary schools.
Good night, Steve.
Good night, Steve. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
You and Vanna both.
But yeah, Mr. Mark J, man, that dude is catching. He traps coyotes. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. I mean, out in Illinois, these big, giant, huge, muddy fields, and he's driving along, and there's a freaking coyote just standing there in the middle of it with his foot in a trap.
That's funny, Anti.
Yeah.
What was the movie? Great Outdoors. Those are hot dogs. You know what hot dogs are made out of, right? Lips and assholes.
Man, I love corn dogs. I'm sorry. I like them.
I'm right there.
I am not a fan. I am not a fan of them. I don't like them.
Mustard. Got to have some mustard and corn.
Yeah, I do.
Well, no. You got to put mustard on a hot dog anyway. Ketchup doesn't belong on a hot dog, and I will fight you about that all day, every day.
Not
Well, I
past
guess
age 7.
we'll fisticuff, Doc, because I slather ketchup mustard on my hot dog.
Slap a piece of cheese on your face so quick.
I got to send Chris the cheese video.
Yeah, I agree. No ketchup on a hot dog past like 7, 8 years old.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Do we not have a Bogley cheese video we can share?
I think we do.
I think if I go back to the community.
Did I miss that one?
You missed Bogley's cheese slap. Hell, Lindy even saw that one.
I think I might have missed it, but you know what I've been having, so I haven't been able to keep up with a lot of it. So,
Buck, you strike me as a guy who puts ketchup on like steak and eggs.
Who?
Buck. Apparently, he likes ketchup on a hot dog as well.
I don't put ketchup on steak or nothing.
No, I wouldn't hope not.
I will put ketchup on a damn egg, though.
Hot sauce on an egg.
My daughter and my wife do that, and it's the most disgusting thing on scrambled eggs. It's just
it's visually unappealing.
Right.
See, yeah.
I don't know. Where do you weigh in on this, Chris? Where do you weigh in?
Well, I mean, as long as it's an easy over egg. And then what about ketchup on macaroni and cheese? Because I do that too.
I've never tried that. So, all right, hang on. We're gonna try this.
Good stuff, Buck.
Oh wait, I got it started right. I had the volume up. Hang on. Man, the look at the end is just too much. And everybody's Bogley's keeping it real. Here we go.
Someone please put his link up for that. It's the least we can do.
You know what's funny? My wife, we were sitting there. She's the one that sent me that original video, that little girl that got the cheese thrown in her face. And my wife was doing something, and I was actually in the process of making the girls grilled cheese, and she was messing around with me in the kitchen. I threw a piece of cheese in her face. I freaking missed. And she didn't even get mad. She immediately just started laughing her ass off because she knew why I did it. And she was a little far away from me. I went like that with it. It just went whizzing by her face.
Okay, I'm country when I read Bruce Nichols' comment. And to me, southern states is where it's like the hardware southern states, do y'all have them in Florida? We had them in North Carolina.
By Gary.
Kind of like Tractor Supply, but you had Southern States.
No.
No.
Oh,
Gary's out of here.
see you in North Carolina. I'll see you, Gary.
Later, Gary.
I
In North
almost
Carolina, it's kind of like
Have
a
a Merry
Tractor
Christmas.
Supply.
It's true.
So I was thinking, wow, y'all Southern States cooks. I mean, I was amazed. Then I read it like, oh, Southern State. I got it then. Mustard's good on everything. I mean, I like
I almost want to be offended, but I can't be because it works.
it.
Yep.
I'll put tomatoes with macaroni and butter.
Ted, you can't find Bogley's cheese video because it's a one of a kind. Oh, do you, Bruce? Yeah, we're from Hickory. That's where we live, or from Hickory, North Carolina. That's where we lived before we moved to Florida.
Land the red hot dogs, yeah.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's a story I got. I used to deer hunt up in Virginia. We lived off this little gas station's food, and I love junky gas station food. But I would buy like 3 of those hot dogs for lunch, and they were so cheapy that it would turn the inside of your bun kind of pink where the hot dog was in it. You know, it was I'd eat. Oh, those are good. Oh, they're good.
Yeah, the ones you can put in your backpack, they'd be good all day because,
Yeah, I
they're not
would.
real.
I'd buy a handful of those hot dogs all the way, shove them down in my backpack, and eat them all day.
Did you see what Buck wrote?
He likes boy biscuits and mustard,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you do, Buck.
Taken out of context.
Buck.
Bruce, what part of North Carolina are you in there with the red hot dogs? I bought them in Bassett, Virginia. I'm sure they're well into North Carolina.
Chris, is that a retro mug too? Let me see.
It looks like
It's a
old
Schlitz mug.
Woolworths.
Schlitz. Okay, I thought it was a Schlitz mug. I thought I kept seeing the logo. I had a buddy of mine that had like the old school Schlitz trucker hat. It was awesome. He loved that
I'm sure
hat.
I've got one of those.
He loved that hat, and he let somebody borrow it the night of my bachelor party, and he's never seen it. And he still, to this day, believes my buddy who lives over in like Sebring has it.
Probably
And he's
does.
like, no, man, I don't. They go back and forth every time they see each other. He's like, I want my hat back.
Yeah, folks.
40 years later.
That don't watch retro. I mean, his rods, reels, clothes he's wearing. He's got the underwear. He's got the rayon jackets, the hat. I mean, he goes at it.
You
That's
should
why
see
he's
when I go to
wearing-
the grocery store.
That's why he's wearing his Ray-Bans tonight.
Yeah. You've got to have a huge storage garage or something. I mean, you got a lot of stuff.
You're looking at it. It's kind of like here and here.
Okay. Wow.
But I
Going
bet when he
outside of the
moves,
frame,
it's a whole load of just retro stuff in one load.
Yeah, the move's going to be fun.
I was going to say, yeah, you can't be looking forward to packing all that up and heading out with it.
No, but you're not going to leave it. So you got to.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Bruce, I moved from North Carolina where there was a few dirt roads to Okeechobee, Florida, where we have about as many dirt ones as we do paved ones.
All right, see ya, Ted.
Oh yeah, everybody tell Ted.
All right,
See
Ted, Merry
ya.
Christmas.
But Buck, we got to love him and cherish him, and now it's gone. If you don't know, Chris, we all did this traveling tackle bag thing where we got the bag and you fished what was in it, added some lures, and passed it on.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it went through a bunch of us. Joe, Doc, me,
Where is it now?
It got sent to a group. It got sent to a group that it just died. We've just put it on the MIA list.
New Mexico.
Get it back?
And I put a whole brand new box of Slim Jims in it, and I guess they're gone too. It's gone.
We hear more about those Slim Jims than we do the box itself.
You're damn right.
I'm
Jay.
pretty damn upset about those Slim Jims.
Sorry, I missed that. I feel like that would have been right up my alley. That's
Well, we had talked about like it eventually making its way to you, because we figured like, oh my gosh, if it like, because we weren't like trying to figure, what's the word I'm looking for here? Kind of finagle where it was going, but it was like it could eventually make its way to Chris, and then Chris could put some like retro stuff in it,
I
and
feel like that would have been a thing.
and then it just died,
Made the
dude.
movie easier. I could have gotten rid of some stuff.
It died like
Well, see, Chris, if you played it right, we could have sent it to you before it came to me, and you could have packed it full of your stuff and just like pre-moved it.
Yeah,
That's
We
true.
still have our retro box
Yep.
with us a time or two.
Yeah, it goes in the boat when we're ready for it.
My favorite part of the retro box is in there was an old school Johnson silver minnow,
It's gone.
and I'd never seen a silver minnow fished like a buzz bait in my life till John cast it out.
It's gone. It's gone.
Gone.
Remember, I even told you when lost it on a big fish at Donkeyland, broke my line. Big fish.
Okay.
Gone. It had it was the anniversary though. Was it
I
100th
know.
anniversary?
You graduated high school. That's why I got it for you.
Yeah,
Right,
gone.
right.
that's a great lure too.
Look at that. Mark was the last person that made a great video with the traveling tackle bag. He had to ship it off last. And like he said, when he shipped
Where
it
did
off,
it go? Where did it end up?
these people that make fishing lures, and they were going to do something with it, and then they were supposed, I don't know, it just kind of died.
What part of it, where are they at? What were the?
New Mexico was the last place we saw it.
Oh, I was going to say,
Yeah,
I'll
New Mexico.
drive there, but I'm not driving to New Mexico from Virginia.
Kind of close to Area 51, so hell, it could be aliens got it. Hell, who knows?
Yeah.
There's a link on my channel, a playlist of everybody who had it. If you're bored and you want to watch it, it's pretty cool.
Oh,
Little
wow.
journey that it started with. I got a whole traveling tackle bag playlist you can run through.
Should we start another one?
We
It's
thought
been
about it.
discussed.
Talk about it.
You get your butt to Florida, Chris, and we'll go through Florida with it and then send it on out. So that's a great idea.
Well, Joe, I still, I apologize. I haven't been able to.
You know what? I won't even give you any crap, Doc. You're off the hook, bro. When it shows up, it shows up. No worries, man.
I'll get it to you. I promise.
Right now, me catching a fish is enough of a challenge. I don't need to do it on fancy lures.
Please tell me that. Have y'all not looked at the group chat? Joe?
No.
I'm looking right now. I'm just trying to be discreet.
So you looked at the picture?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I'm not showing it.
Oh, you mean our group chat? I'm like looking over here. Hold on.
Oh no, the private chat there, Doc.
Bogley's got the playlist too. Yeah, don't let anybody go to my channel, Chris. That's fine.
Hey, I got to tell Bogle I got the stickers. Thanks. Put your decal up on the wall back there.
Hang on, we got some tidbits from Uncle Buck. I've been eating this retro honey bun. It's a weird shade of gray green. It tastes kind of funny. Oh well, waste not, want not. So that's what's wrong with him. He's all jacked up on 20-year-old honey buns. Do honey buns grow penicillin? It's a bread. I guess it could.
Yeah.
There you go, Mark J. Oh, I'm so proud of him. I tried to send it to you, Ted, but apparently Ted didn't have time for it. So we can blame Ted for it all.
I've confused anti.
Oh, God.
No, because you said that's all right, Doc. You're off the hook.
I know what I said.
Oh, no. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, I know.
Ted is off the hook.
But he said
Penicillin by Little Debbie.
Oh, so now I'm confused, John.
Yeah, penicillin by Little Debbie.
Little Debbie's a hoe.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. Every man's house, usually you can find her ass hiding in the kitchen somewhere. Have you ever seen the Will Ferrell where he's on one of the talk shows and he's Little Debbie?
Nope.
That's quite funny. That's a funny little
Oh,
skit.
the oatmeal cream top.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
I've seen that. That's hilarious.
So Retro, what's your plans for video wise coming up? What's coming down the old Retro pipeline?
Well, so yeah, it's interesting, but you know me, if I like kind of get into something, if I get on a rabbit hole, I go pretty deep.
I know. I've seen those holes you run down.
So I was gonna do like an episode on Doug Hannon, and the next thing I'm writing 4 episodes. So that's kind of what's next. Sort of a big homage to the old bass professor. So looking at some of his old school lures, inventions. It's wild. The guy invented a ton of stuff we didn't even know about, like the weedless trolling motor. That was Doug Hannon. Before
Wait
that,
a minute. Whoa. Roland Martin argues the fact he made the weedless tube prop for that trolling motor.
Well, then I wish Roland was on because we could ask about it to see if it was him or Doug. But I know Doug had the patent for it.
The weedless 2 or whatever, the weedless wedge 2.
Well, so Doug did one for I think it was Minn Kota back in the day. But who knows? But it was again 2 guys in Florida. It makes sense it'd be a Florida boy that invented that thing.
Okay, I know the Rollin story because the gentleman I took on the charter, I took him one day. He went with Rollin the next day, then went back with me the next day.
Okay.
Rollin told him the weedless wedge story, and Steve told me the weedless wedge story. So I'm gonna tell you the story, and it's only apparently one person between horse's mouth and me.
Sure.
Right? Roland said he invented it, and Steve was pretty sure that Johnson & Johnson owned whatever trolling motor company it was back then.
Okay.
That he made it. They were paying him money. Somehow they were getting along. Somebody told Roland he wasn't getting the right amount of royalties. Got lawyers involved. Figured out the money that they owed him was more than the CEO at Johnson & Johnson made at the time.
Okay.
So they said, we can't pay you that, and offered him something else. And he went, okay, I'll take it and go somewhere else because I know they really want it too. And somehow they made like a $2 million something at the end of it when it was all over.
Oh.
He made the money, and he told the guy I know that's how he bought the marina. That's how he bought the 2 houses they own in the Keys.
Okay.
It's from the money from the weedless wedge.
So that's a story that we need to dig into then.
So apparently you have a story going on. In retro, whatever reflection on your glasses makes your eyes look so funny. If you get it just right, you got 2 little circles in your lens.
That's my light. That's
I can see it. You'll turn just right. It's like you got these little damn cartoon eyes.
Yeah.
It is. It's like Tesla and Edison all over again.
There you go. Perfect.
Now, Chris, when you do your videos, are you writing scripts?
So it kind of depends. So the videos that do best, I pretty much show up, film something real quick, throw it together, and those ones do better than anything else. Stuff I plan doesn't do as well. But when I started the channel, I actually had 12 episodes written, kind of from my old fishing magazine days, start to finish. I still have only filmed like 10 of those, but yeah, some other stuff, the historical stuff, I kind of tend to write a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not an expert on stuff, so I kind of got to research it a little bit and see. I'm just kind of a geek for old stuff, but it doesn't mean I know a ton about it. So I got to, like Doug Hannon, I knew a little bit about him, but I kind of like dove in and figured out more. So.
Now it's weird because I don't write really anything. But I saw a video on YouTube, and it kind of went around because I don't know if I teach television and film production,
yep.
And we belong to this organization called the Student Television Network. It's like our national organization. They write a lot of the curriculum, and they sent this thing out about this artificial intelligence. Like this, it's like a website. It's like AICTG or something like that, and you can actually like type in something like, "Write me a script on Doug Hannon."
Wow!
And artificial intelligence will just blast out the script for you. It's freaking wild. I've been wanting to dive into it and find out a little bit more about it, but like they were saying, like the guy who did the example, he's like, write me a news package about a kid who started a recycling club at school, and it wrote this entire script for him.
Night, Ted.
Later, Ted.
Did y'all see that? Ted trying to keep up a buck. Didn't Doug Hannon make up the Muppets?
No, he did not.
Which the Muppets are pretty badass. And just out of curiosity, Retro's gone. When he gets back, I got a question.
I'm grabbing something.
Oh wait, now he's not.
Oh, I know.
Now he's gonna go.
Okay, never fear, folks. I will Beetlejuice Rollin now. Oh, anti-Rollin's gone. He's gone.
Yeah, he's sleeping. He is lights out.
And dude, I'll give the man props. He tried several times. So
Well, yeah, and he told you, he's like, I've never done this. Help me figure it out.
So
That was
think
cool, though.
about-
I mean, that was really cool that he tried to jump up.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we were the first people to have Roland Martin join a live, apparently. So that's pretty cool.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
You
Yeah,
definitely
but-
got to get Roland Martin in the title of this.
Anybody ever seen this?
The moon clock, yes.
So this
Yeah.
is another Doug Hannon invention.
You
I'm
gotta
gonna
turn
like
it.
killing it.
It's glaring. It's glaring.
There
Get
you go.
up. Real
Yeah.
sideways. There you go. The dial, the old moon phase thing.
Yep. So this is also Doug Hannon invented this as well, and it comes out every year, and you can basically dial it into the day. So when are the next time you going fishing, guys? It's the 23rd. When are you gonna be out there again?
Let's go to the 26th.
26. All right. Let's see.
But that's what for 1984, though, right?
So no. They still make it today.
Oh,
Really?
That's what he just
So
said.
that's I was so shocked. They came out with it. It's like been like 62 years, but they still make it today. I haven't bought 2023 yet, but this is 2022.
Huh.
Yep.
But it's the same, dude. Me being a deer hunter. You look up the moon phase for deer hunting. It's the exact same chart for fishing. It's the exact same.
No different.
And
Yeah,
what gets me is when you look up the time thing on these deer hunting apps, and you go through all this crap, and it tells you the best time is 30 minutes after daylight and 30 minutes before dark, and you're like, well, no shit. I mean, you know, there it goes back to Roland fishes with no electronics and Scotty fishes with his face in a graph. You know, they're
Really?
both getting the job done, and some just go about it different.
Yeah. Roland's got 60 years of fishing experience to lean on.
Yeah. But like I said, they both catch fish, and it's just the new way now. All the fishermen, like we were talking the other day, if you watch a professional bass fishing show, it is so boring because they're just staring down at a screen. Literally, that's all they're doing. The whole thing is just looking down.
Yeah, the old live scope.
Yeah, I think I put out one video with a guy that came down and fished with me, and we did live scope, and we were just staring at the screen. I was like, dude,
Yeah, you did that one where y'all were sniping bass or something. wasn't
sniping
you?
bass, yeah. It works, but it's slow, it's boring, it's not fun.
It's not good TV or video, though. I mean, it's just
No.
hell. Some of the things happen in the boat. I'm like, damn, I hate that happened, but damn, that's sweet for a video.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
you know, falling out of the boat sucks, but then you're like, damn, I hope that camera was on.
Yeah, when I watched James' video the other day, I probably watched the end of his video 4 times just to see how he fell on the boat.
Oh, I wish we had a better camera angle. Then he did the short first, then he did a long version of it, and I was hoping we got a better camera. But like I said, watching it then, he looked just wet up past the knees. So I think
definitely knee high at least, and he's not.
he had to do the long-legged step, which would have been waist high for me. But
yeah. And once you get cold in the wintertime, it's a chill you can't get off.
yeah. And Retro, back to your videos. Out of curiosity, what is your most viewed video?
Well, in 2022, it was Donkey Land with the Banjo Minnow.
That's what I thought. That was Headwaters with the banjo.
That was Headwaters. That was Donkey Land. That was Headwaters.
Yeah, Headwaters
Yes.
is okay. I was thinking we were like the number one for this year.
Yep, that was early too. That was early,
Yeah, you knocked it out quick.
and it was downhill after that.
It was downhill after that.
But you got to admit, the ending with the one with the rolling lure and all, that was pretty classic.
That was pretty classic. Yes.
And that dude I literally drove the boat right up to him. It's like, hey, Roland, I hate to bother you, but you remember that lure? He's like, yeah. I said, Lindy, we had the Sharpie. We carried that thing around for a while.
I love it. I've still got it somewhere over there.
Yeah.
We got to catch one on that. I think we could.
Oh, I'm sure I could. Dude, I get stubborn, man. I know how to catch them on that swim bait. And you can ask Shane, Doc, Joe. I don't like to change it, man. I want to catch them my way. I don't want to catch them their way. I want to catch it my way.
What type of punching?
Yeah, I'm going to punch you. But Chris, I don't know if you saw the video. We took Joe to Donkey Land with us, and we ended up catching like 112 bass.
Okay, that was right
112
after
bats.
the-
That's funny because my total for 2022 was 111, so that works out pretty good.
Well, we caught that many in one day, and Joe caught 43 of them.
Nice.
He won that day. He beat Lindy at Donkey Land.
Yes, he did. He fit.
Well, I figured out how you beat Lindy is you give her a lure that she's got to, tie on. You got to kind of take your shots,
Yeah.
Keep her occupied. Keep her from casting.
Wind knots, too. Wind knots are very helpful.
Wind knots will slow her down.
Yeah.
Front end her as much as possible.
And
Yep.
then we took Shane during a damn cold front, and he kicked both our asses.
I
Slow
gotta
roll,
think-
a big ass spinner bait. I mean, barely moving that damn thing, and he nailed us that
Wasn't
day.
it a number 6 willow blade you said?
Yeah, number 6 Willow Blade with the 4.
What's up, Fishing Local?
Welcome to 5.
Hey, fishing local.
Right, fishing.
Man, let's do the Chuck Woolery. Welcome to 5.
I gotta throw this out though. Lindia tried to tackle one of my wind knots, and she would 15, 20 minutes. I was like, "Come on, Lindy, you can give that thing out." She's like, "Nope, I'm gonna get this thing out."
No, she won't. She won't stop.
Yeah,
Try.
What's up, Wildfin? Anybody that doesn't have him, Wildfin's another newer channel I kind of bumped into. Really cool dude.
Oh yeah. Okay.
check him out.
Younger guy, does some lives and fishing. He's cool. He's a cool guy. All right, what we got here? You get to put your catch in the trunk of a cool car. Yeah, Joe's got a cool car.
Yep. If he don't lock himself out.
Yeah, or his car don't lock him out. Yeah, his car locks him out.
Yeah.
It's like Kit. He has to get up here and sweet talk. Come on,
I will,
baby.
but I'm working on it.
That's right. It died. The remote died when we went crappie fishing that time.
Oh, did it?
Forgot about
Crappie
it.
fishing.
Yeah,
Yes,
we went
General.
crappie
Or governor. Well, we got doing that with Coach. He calls them crappie. And we've got to laughing between crappie and crappie. And we got to do it. It's a crappie, governor.
Mm.
And in a couple of the clips with Coach, you hear it. But nothing, man, we said that shit a million times. That governor, I've got a crappie on. I mean, it was just funny.
He called your car a Mustang.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's a Joe answer. That is a freaking Joe answer right there. Joe will look at somebody holding up like a blue marlin, and Joe's comment will be nice barracuda or nice damn flounder or something totally off the wall. So
Just like I was saying, it's fun to tell people who drive Teslas. Those new Toyotas are nice.
Yeah.
Well, hey guys, I'm gonna jump off here. I gotta hit the little boys' room. Thanks for letting me jump in. Merry Christmas to y'all.
Yes.
Hey, Merry Christmas, man.
And congrats.
And congrats
Shane.
again.
Come on.
Thank
See
you.
you, Shane.
Yeah, we'll see you.
All right, buddy. Take care.
Bye bye.
Now we can see Retro Bigger in there. Look at all that. He got all kinds of cool old shit in his room. That's where he films all his videos, and I'm that guy. I look at everything in the background. I want him to be listening.
Yeah, I've been
to you.
changing a little bit. I got to soup it up,
Well, you're going to be moving it stuff.
trying to,
And the best
Consolidate
thing
a little bit to try to get things in certain areas so it's
not
easier
go
to
well.
easier to move.
I think the best thing to help your studio is going to be like Florida sun and palm trees out the window. That's really going to soup it up just nicely.
Hey, you really want to piss off everybody that's in the chat? Move to some place that has a pool. Then they'll all make fun of you for having a pool. Like they
Wait
do
a
me.
minute now. We don't make fun of you having a pool. We make fun of the fact you let everybody know you have a pool, which is exactly what you just did to Retro. You just had to let him know you had a pool. So the saga continues, you know.
Don't be jealous. And I never let anybody know I had a pool. I shot a video of a sunset out back, and everybody focused on the damn pool.
It did better than all the shorts we posted that week, and
That's true.
that's all it was.
And what's the next one, Joe? What's he going to slip into conversation next?
Snoop.
Yes. Let me help. Let me just go sipping on gin and juice.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny is when I was out shopping today for my wife, Joe, it was you that posted the Snoop wine or whatever it was.
I just got that text to you, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that while we were out. I was like, oh my God, it's everywhere.
I had it at Sam's Club. No.
You know what's funny is, John, remember that Snoop on the Stoop or whatever that you sent me a couple years ago?
Not to interrupt. Look at Buck's comment.
Well, the
Yeah,
reflection is the webcast, so I don't know what to say. Maybe he's looking at Doc. I don't know.
Well, see, Retro, that's Buck. He's wanting everybody to know he used to be a stripper, so he kind of makes a joke and fits it into conversation.
Hey, Al.
Hey, what's up,
What's
Al?
up,
Merry
Al Blade?
Christmas. But John, you remember the Snoop on the Stoop thing?
Yes.
My co-teacher, her and her boyfriend bought one.
Remember we had this conversation. I told you I'm coming up with the tweaker on a speaker for next year.
And I'll tell you what, the one she bought kind of looks like Samuel L. Jackson.
Well,
I'm just saying.
Doc, are you saying they look the same?
No, it's just because I guess the guy who makes them, like, he actually hand makes all these things.
Oh, Al Blades. How many subscribers you got now? Retro, Al Blades is bona fide.
Nice.
I mean, bona fide.
Was that a question?
No, I'm saying he is bona fide. I'm asking how many subs he's got. I mean, it's like, how many was the last time we all looked? Anybody want to guess? 30K?
I don't remember how many Al has.
It's more than 30, wasn't it? Yeah, it's way more than that. He's got to have 100K to be bona fide.
You got to have 100K to be certified, yeah.
Yeah,
Or
he's bona-
is it certified?
bona
Al, what is
fide,
it?
Man.
No, you made that up.
Okay, we're still bona fide. Mama said you was bona fide. Joke. My moves were no joke, sir. Brown chicken, brown cow. Buck, I write that so many times that people, I swear they read it and they're like, brown chicken, brown cow. And they never get it. You know, in chat, I can't go. It's brown chicken, brown cow, brown chicken. Yeah, nobody gets that joke whatsoever. Here we go. Yes, the legend has a page. Yeah, no content, so I'll catch a lot more fish than you. That's right. She's got followers with no content. That's a real pro.
It is.
So, Chris, is your music buddies live near you in Texas, or are they like just long distance friends?
No, they do live near us, actually. Yes.
So you're going to be moving away from that hookup.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff moving away from good barbecue. Good
Yeah,
breakfast
you
tacos.
are. I'll give you credit for that. You're moving away from barbecue.
Yeah, you are.
But the land of seafood and steaks.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is true.
I would put our steaks up against Texas steaks any day. Any day. I would about put up our number of cattle against Texas. We're
Really?
pretty freaking close, man. Our county is the #1 county in the state, and I mean
It's in the United States. We're over Texas. We have more cows than y'all do.
per capita in our county than in any county anywhere. I mean, we got some cows.
Yep.
Didn't they just put like a whole big statue tribute thing out in the town
Yeah,
square out
yeah.
by you guys?
Yeah, the big cattle drive. It's like a big
Yeah.
giant. Hang on, we'll find out. Hey Siri, how many cows are in Florida? Are you counting in bikinis or one piece? No, wait a minute, that's wrong. Okay, wait a minute. We're at dairy cows there now. I don't know what I clicked on, but the first one says, why are Californians asking about Florida cow poop? So apparently that's not the right one. There's 100-some thousand dairy cows. We lost everybody. We must be
All
pros.
the cool kids did it, so I did it too.
Oh, I thought we were pros. Y'all getting ready to get me to restart my shit, man.
No, Avery's at the door. Hold on.
Oh, you're good. Buc-ee's is reason enough to stay in Texas.
Yep.
Yeah, I will miss the Buc-ee's, but those are kind of spreading out as well, so that's a good thing.
I don't think we have Buc-ee's in Florida. I haven't seen
We're
it.
getting a
They've got them in
Kroger.
Alabama, so they're getting their way.
What'd you say, Joe?
I said I hear we're getting a Kroger's.
Well,
No, there's a Buc-ee's up in
I got that Pearl out.
I forget. No, there's like one just a little bit further north of like where Donkeyland is. No,
Yeah,
Really?
I thought I saw an
Wait a minute.
advertisement for that. Yeah.
in a minute. Sorry, little one.
Quiet. Don't get quiet. Don't let Pearl out.
No, don't let Pearl out.
She's out.
You gotta watch her, make sure the pigs don't come over.
Yeah, Chris, I'll tell you what. Here, move the Palm Beach Gardens. I'll introduce you to Snoop, and we can hang out in the pool. We'll buy you a house with a pool.
So,
And
Doc, how
we'll
close
just
to Tampa
piss
are you?
and we'll just piss everybody off.
How close to Tampa are you? Are you close to Tampa?
No,
John and Lindy are closer to Tampa.
Okay.
I'm about three and a half hours away from Tampa.
Okay, so you're all.
It's
So I'll
just
be back in Tampa as well.
basically
in February.
Tampa is going straight across the state. Like it's going from the East Coast all the way to the West Coast. So
Okay.
and I have to either go below Okeechobee or go above Okeechobee to get there.
Gotcha.
So, but like what Shane was saying with Melbourne, kind of, that is a pretty good centralized location. I would. I'm trying to convince my wife that we should move out to Okeechobee, but that'll never happen. Like she won't leave here. But what is that? Oh, super juice.
What
That's
you need
Scott
right
Martin
there-
on the cover of that? Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's Roland back when he was Scott's age. We got a
That's
handbook.
beautiful.
Where'd you get that from, John? How long you been hanging out on that one?
Yeah, well, when I got all them old lures, which Retro's got about half of them now.
Yeah, see, Rob knows we have a Buc-ee's in Florida.
And see, only thing left in it is I'm gonna take it to Donkeyland. Chumming chow. It's like a bag of freaking dog food.
hey, Steve.
Have you tried it?
How you doing, bud?
Look at that. Every bruiser
Hey,
bait
there's
has Dr.
Steve.
Juice, baby. That's the secret ingredient to bruiser baits. It's Dr. Juice. Steve, you're letting them all know your secret. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. And a Retro, that is Steve, the owner of Bruiser Baits and Bass Addiction Gear.
All right.
And you can always tell it's Steve because he always types in capital letters.
That caps
Michael-
lock stuff.
Michael will join sometimes as Bruiser Baits, but he doesn't use all caps. That's how we know the difference in everybody. And it's because Steve is like 8 foot tall, weighs about 250 pounds. So I figure everything he said, hey, y'all. He is a big man, very big man.
But he doesn't talk like that.
No,
He don't.
No.
He's a big guy. It's
Steve,
funny.
are you looking forward to the Alabama K-State game?
Looky here, Steve.
Give me a second.
Steve, that's for you. She's finished all her captain's classes. She's going to take her test coming up. So it'll be Captain Lindia very shortly. Oh yes, Steve.
Steve, I was rooting for the Cats when they were playing TCU, thinking Bama might have a chance to get in, and then no. But Bama didn't deserve to get in. But I will say this is going to be a much more fun game with Bryce Young and Will Anderson playing, so should be fun.
Can't be Miss Lindy. She likes Skipper better. She told me. She was like, I kind of like Skipper. All right, she'll be Skipper from now on. Doc, funny story.
I kind of like. I think Captain Lindia sounds better than Skipper
Dipper.
Lindia.
Skipper Dipper is what I call it. Anyway, funny story with Steve when I did the football video with Coach. Remember last year, one of his trips? You remember, Doc?
I do.
Okay, you froze up or I lost you or something. Anyway, Steve, the video I showed where Coach played like the big final game, Steve almost played football for the opposing team. It was just pretty wild. The St. Christians or something they were playing. Steve was like, dude, I almost played on that team. It was pretty wild. It was just a small world. Retro used to play on the football team. You can tell he's built like a linebacker.
No, he says.
Does that make me get you damn right on the crappy boat? I am Gilligan.
Steve said, "There, okay, you got it."
Get it, Purple. But retro in Florida, I see some good videos coming up here.
Well, it can't be worse than me kind of flying around on these deep Texas lakes trying to throw topwaters. So
Yeah, but you do a fine job at what you do.
He is, Steve. He is a hoot.
Oh, Coach is a hoot, doesn't describe it. And he stays with us when he comes, Steve. I mean, we got him. Coach, okay, he called us today. He has already booked his trip. We pick him up May 1st, and he fishes all that week. We already know when Coach is coming back.
That's cool.
Land lever. There you go.
Well, all right, kiddos. Well, I am being summoned to wrap up some last minute Christmas.
There you go.
I know that's why I keep getting pulled away. The little one keeps coming out. She's trying to help wrap. And
So, I think I'm gonna have to text you, John, to figure out some appropriate lures for this time of year.
We'll figure it out. We got this. Don't worry. You know how to get a hold of me.
Yeah. So glad you came on.
Glad you came on, and sorry we couldn't get you with the Rollin. We was trying, brother.
Again, you don't meet your heroes. I think that's the way to go. I think I'm always gonna have to be just one step behind him. I guess just
no. You know
better for
that's
the
my
storyline.
You know that's my mission. I'm like the matchmaker. I'm gonna make that hook up. I'm gonna hook you up
when you get down here. I think it'll happen.
It's just gonna get weird. So maybe it's better it doesn't. I don't know.
Oh, it's gonna get way weird. That's what I'm waiting on. Weirder the better, man. I love it.
Yeah, and that's why John wants to make it happen, Chris,
Yeah.
because weird for you is fun for him. So
This is true. You nailed it, Doc.
He's getting to know you really well. isn't
He is. All right, Chris. Thank you so much for
All right,
joining
guys, signing off.
Good to
all right,
see
Chris,
you.
have a Merry Christmas, buddy.
Happy New Year.
Hey, and if I don't talk to you, have a safe move when you guys decide to
Absolutely, we'll do some peacock.
load it up. Yeah, man. Just let me know when you get down here.
We'll do some fishing too.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Later, man.
All right.
I caught that. Said y'all can do some peacocking and some fishing.
Uh-huh.
How do I log off?
You don't, man. You're stuck here.
Too old
Hey,
school.
Chris, how you doing, man?
Hey,
Good to
Chris,
see you.
welcome to live.
See, I'm like, look at this.
Wait a minute.
I'm gonna
Hey,
go
wait,
all night. I
Chris,
can see how
wait,
this
stop.
goes.
Stop, Chris. Stop.
Stop. He's just going
I
to kick you
booted-
out.
I got to boot Roland Martin out of the live today. So how about
I
letting
think
me get
me
the
and Roland
pleasure
have the
of just-
same AV, skills. So
Watch this. 3, 2, 1. Later. Wait, I missed it.
Oh,
Dang it.
you suck.
Hey, I missed my button.
So
3,
anticlimactic.
2, 1. Later.
Oh,
Rollin, retro, cruiser baits, all in one live.
I know we had Steve. I mean, it was a good live tonight.
And Anti. I mean, Anti's here.
Anti, he is our rock.
no, we didn't, Rob.
And Buck's on a tear. I mean, it's a Christmas. It's just Christmas keeps on giving.
And Shiner has to bring up Bojo. Shiner, after I hauled ass and all up there to get him, we found out it was 15 minutes the opposite direction, and I just refused it. I had 2 hours to get home. I wasn't going 15 there, 50. That was 30 extra minutes. Nah.
And it was right at busy.
It was like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I was like, I'll get it next time. But his next, it's funny. Coach sent us his next trip flight plans. Me and Lindy both were so happy he's flying out at like 9:30 in the morning. Because he likes to get there 2 hours before he leaves on a flight. That's mandatory with Coach. Well, it's 2 hours from us. And remember, like last trip, he flew out at 6 in the morning. So do the math at what time we had to get there.
Oh,
We got up at 4.
Yes, Bugley. Buck was on fire. And like I said, he ain't joined a live in a while. I guess he said, I'm making up for it tonight.
I'm going to say it was all on me. I mean, I show up for a live and we get Rollin and everybody else.
Yeah.
I'm going to take some credit.
I think you should, Joe. 100%.
Just like you did Donkey Land. We weren't burning up the fish till we took you and we caught 100 and some.
That's it.
Joe
So now
may be
Joe, Joe has to be on every live we do.
Crap.
Well, he's talking about going live with his damn bait making, so I figured this would be a good break-in practice run.
Yeah, that'll happen. I'm hoping the first part of next year. I still got to get some camera gear and Microphones and all that jazz figured out, and camera angles are tough.
Well, tell us more. We got a couple minutes, Joe. Tell us what you got planned here. What you going to do with your?
Kind of. I mean, everybody here is familiar with Off the Hook and how he does his bait making lives. I'm trying to figure out a way to do the lead pouring lives kind of the same way, but breathing in the lead fumes makes it tough. So I'm trying to figure out how to do it with a little bit of ventilation that's not too loud, and experimenting with different angles and stuff. So I can see the computer and y'all can see what I'm doing. Those are some of my great videos. They do really well, like the longevity of them. Right off the bat, they do okay, but I'm still getting, I think the third or fourth video I did was a jig video, and the views are in the thousands, and I still get comments, today. So I want to focus a little more on that this year, I think.
And Steve, real quick, if you weren't in here earlier, go back and watch the first of the live. We did have Roland Martin in here for a little bit. I don't think Steve was here for that. But I like what Boxy said. It was the magic of the triangle.
Fair enough.
Power of the patch, as we used to like to call it when I was younger.
Fair enough.
Notice that's been the ruin of many a good man. And why does Buck want us to ask you how you say your name in Spanish, Joe?
Well, I think it's because the J is pronounced as an H in Spanish.
So it's
and that uses Buck. No.
No, Buck. No.
So, yes, I believe it would be Ho. But the locals who work at the
yeah, Steve was in the golf cart parade. But, yeah, go back and check it out. We're his very first live he tried to join. And, I mean,
he did good.
It was pretty comical, though, to watch him telling the Rollin story with no audio. That was good.
Yeah, he told us all his secret places, but we couldn't hear him.
I do want to go back and edit that and add my own audio.
Like
let me tell you, small water charters is the shit. I mean, I would pick them over everybody else, son. I may have to make a little short with that.
That'll be funny.
Wait a minute, Dallas Diamond Page. There you go. And Steve, what was it, like a Christmas parade around town? Steve lives down there closer to Rollin, don't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's getting down that way.
We have one of those in our neighborhood, the little golf cart parade. You decorate up your golf cart and drive it around the neighborhood.
Yeah, we had the pontoon parade, was it last week? Something like that.
Was it? Did you guys do it?
Nah.
No?
We will one day. I like what Joe said, when we get it done up, when Lindy gets her captain's license and we wrap the boat with the small water charters, crappy tours or crappy charters, then we may have to start it in there.
Absolutely.
Wow. 50 plus carts. Hell
That's cool.
You gotta love Florida.
Wow.
Mark J. Larson, could you have went out tonight and had a 50 golf cart parade? Heck no, because it's like minus 40 degrees and y'all got 3 feet of snow.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm still wearing shorts.
I am too.
Yeah. Fan's still rolling too.
My fan's on.
My fan's on, but it's actually sucking out. It's taking air out of here instead of blowing it in.
I think the wind is starting to pick up. I can see my garage door starting.
You see what Steve said? And considering the place was destroyed by Ian, heck yeah, with 50 golf carts.
Yep.
Man, that's Florida pride, son.
Yeah.
I mean, that whole place got wiped out, a couple months ago, and they're down there with 50 golf cart Christmas parades.
DeSantis was on it, too.
DeSantis. I never did post that picture of the DeSantis Christmas tree. I think I just put it on our combo chat.
Yeah, I think you just put it. Yeah, you never put it anywhere.
Yeah.
That was cool, though.
Other than our chat.
Yeah.
Steve, our neighbor, is like a Republican representative for this part of Florida. He made a giant Christmas tree, and I'm talking a giant one with a bunch of DeSantis sides. It's pretty cool. Got lights on it.
Anti's got it dead on, though. I'm looking at his comment. I was going to say that before, that all the locals pronounce it Joe-A. They pronounce the J, but for some reason they throw an A in Joe-A. And maybe you're right. Maybe Anti is in Florida.
Okay. Yes. I didn't want to say that, but remember earlier he made a mention of catching a snakehead.
Mm-hmm.
That was another one I put on the Florida little checklist over there. We're gonna figure him out.
Yeah, snakehead aren't just here though.
Okay, that means he's either from up north somewhere or Florida. He never makes any other up north references. It's always, I don't see him dropping this is your Michigan fun fact of the week, I ain't seen him do one of them. They're always Florida facts. All right, we just had a lot of homes here. My childhood home actually got wiped off the map. Wow, that sucks, Buck.
The mood Buck's in though, is that a joke or is that serious?
No,
I'm
that's
thinking
serious
that's
because
serious.
there was some
Okay.
tornadoes that rolled through. I sent Buck and James a text and be like, "Hey, you guys all right?" Because I saw it on the news. I just happened to be, sitting there with the girls watching the news, and I saw they showed tornadoes just hit Louisiana a whole bunch. So I sent them a text. James texted right back. James was like, "Nah, just missed us. We're good." I didn't hear from Buck till the next morning.
That's where I heard.
And then Buck's like, "Oh, hey, by the way, I'm good, LOL."
Yeah, where it had hit Keithville, and that's where James.
Yeah, Lindy, I heard
Yeah.
Keithville. We know that's where James is from. Because that's where the whole James Keith thing starts from. It's James and Keithville, not Keith and Jamesville.
Well, I hope your family's okay.
It wasn't his family.
Goddamn
It was
right.
a family, which they're not okay,
Oh.
I'm thinking.
Oh.
He said a snakehead got into me bad. Hashtag facts matter.
Well, that's kind of like that Inu rig that I like to call all up Inu rig. Well, it's 10 o'clock, boys and girls. 10:01. We did good tonight. Thank you, Joe, for joining in tonight.
Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
You even jumped in
Joe.
early.
It was fun having you in.
Thrust upon me, and I I enjoyed it.
Yeah, that was pretty funny, though. We're in a community chat, and I told Doc, Joe's going to join the live tonight, but Joe don't know that till he reads this text.
So read the text about 15 minutes later and said, "Okay, I guess I'm in a live tonight."
And then he went over to the live and actually saw that his logo was in the thumbnail. So I guess,
On the
I guess
thumbnail.
this was real.
You know,
Yes,
I
Steve.
back down when I saw the logo.
Steve, Merry Christmas to you and a Happy New Year. And me and Lindia look very, very forward to another great year with Bruiser Baits.
Yeah, we did.
Same here. I'm looking forward to another great year with Bruiser Baits, fishing them, promoting them. And Steve, I hope you guys have a very, very, very Merry Christmas.
We have a friend, Shane Flint, getting ready to make a huge order.
Yeah, we've switched
Oh,
Shane
yeah.
Flynn over to Bruiser Baits.
Yes. He was a
Yeah, he's done using those Kai Tech swim baits. So he's going to be switching over to the Bruiser Baits, which we've been trying to tell him for a while, but
Yeah, he went fishing with us, and he said he's sold now.
Yeah, he started trying them. He likes
Yeah,
that.
He does.
Look at that. Love y'all. You all are killing it. Bring it. I got it, Shane. Cool, Steve.
Yeah.
We appreciate everything.
Oh, and Steve, I gotta place an order, and I also got to do the 700 subscriber giveaway. So I'll send you a text when I place the order.
When the giveaway, I won't need to place an order, right?
No,
We don't say that out loud until after, right?
no, you ruined it, son of a bitch, Joe.
I won't even enter.
Yeah,
Now-
later.
Now you can.
In Bogley, we'll have to fill you in on you being the loophole. We'll catch up on that later.
Yeah, we'll get you.
All right, Rob. Merry Christmas, buddy. We appreciate
Merry
you,
Christmas,
too, Rob.
everybody. I'm gonna take off,
Rob,
guys.
Merry Christmas. And
And
Ty,
Rob.
Merry Christmas.
Hang on, Rob. Next week,
I
we're
will,
going
Steve.
fishing. We got people coming in. We're actually taking Norm G crappie fishing. So maybe the week after that, Rob, let's get together and do some crappie fishing. And Steve, anytime you want to come ride the pontoon boat, come up. Let's get on some specs. I'm sure you would have a good time just relaxing, bobber watching. Oh, and did Anti give us any fun Florida fact tonight before we leave?
No, he only does that when we're on my channel. You don't get that.
Oh.
You don't get that.
I
on
don't
your
get
channel.
that. All right.
No. You get Roland Martin. I get Florida fun facts.
Yeah. Later, Mark. Everybody in here, Merry Christmas. Anti, thank you for everything you do, buddy. I do appreciate you. All right,
Yeah.
later, folks. Florida
Yeah,
Triangle
Merry
strong.
Christmas.
Y'all try to stay warm. All right, later, Joe. Later, Doc.
Later, guys. Good night.
Later, guys. Good night.